Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss about the different levels of measurement. First of all, I would let you know that what we meant from levels of measurement, and after that, basically, I'll be telling you different types of levels of measurement. Right? So let me just come down here for a while, and let me just put on the particular topic which we actually have. I would just click on here and just let me took out a particular color so that we can start writing out. Fine. So I would just write out here as the topic, which is levels of, and it is measurement. Okay, that we are actually gonna discuss out today. So hope you all have even put out your notes and the things wherever you are writing out the making out the notes. Hope you have just done out all of the things taken out, and let's begin now with the writing stuff. Okay, so first of all, let's see that what does we mean from levels of measurement actually. The very first thing that we need to actually understand out here. So the way of the way a set of the way a set of data is measured is called levels of measurement. So it's called levels of measurement. Okay, so the way a set of data is measured is called a levels of measurement. So basically, whatever the way is basically in which a set of data is actually measured. So that is actually called as a levels of measurement. Right now, basically here we have 4 levels of measurement. Okay, so I will just write here 4 levels of measurement. So we have total four levels of measurement, and I will just describe all of them. First of all, list all of them, then we'll be describing all of them in the very detail, right? So the very first one is basically we are having as nominal. Okay, so that is nominal scale level. Okay, the very first one, nominal scale level. Second name is basically the ordinal scale level. So I will just simply write here ordinal, and scale level remains the same. Okay. Next we are having interval scale level. So I would just write interval, and scale level actually remains the same. Again, we are having that only. And what about the fourth one? Fourth actually we are having here as ratio, and that is a scale level. Okay. So these are the different 4 types of level of measurements which we are actually having here. So first one is a nominal, then we have ordinal, third one is interval, and the fourth one is basically the ratio. Okay, now what I would just do, I would be describing all of them, each and everything in a very detail. Let's start out with the very first one, and that is actually the nominal one. And here we go with the nominal. Fine. First of all, I would just write data which is measured using a nominal scale, which is measured using a nominal scale is qualitative. Okay, basically we have 2 types of data, that is qualitative and quantitative. So let's not go too much into those things right now. For now, understand that basically we have 2 types of data, qualitative and quantitative. Okay, so data which is measured using a nominal scale is basically the qualitative data. Okay, and next thing, which is basically about the nominal data. So I would just write that nominal scale data are not ordered. Okay, so basically this nominal scale data is not at all ordered. So ordered data means that data is too much sorted and all those things, but that do not come here in the nominal one. So this was about the nominal scale data, right? Move towards the second part, and that is basically my ordinal level data. So it's almost similar. This ordinal one is almost similar to the nominal only. There is a quite like a small difference between both of them. Okay, I would just write out that thing, data that is measured, that is measured. Let me come down. right here. So the data that is measured using an ordinal scale, is basically similar to nominal scale, nominal scale. Okay, so data that is measured using the ordinal scale is similar to the nominal scale, but in that data there is a big difference. But what's the difference part? I would just write that. But the difference is that the ordinal scale data can be ordered, but the difference is the ordinal scale data can be ordered. ORDERED. Okay. So in the nominal one, what was the case? In nominal, the case was that this data is not at all ordered, and in ordinal, the case is that data can be ordered actually. Right, ordered in the case that we can actually sort it in that way, right? So first of all, this was about the nominal and ordinal. This was a quite difference which comes between both of them. Fine, now let's move towards the third type of scale level, and that is basically the interval scale. So here we go with the interval scale. Okay. Now let's see that what this is interval scale. So the data which you measure, okay, I will just write that thing as well. Data measured. Yes. So data measured using interval scale. Data measured using interval scale is basically similar to the ordinal data only, to the ordinal level only. It's similar to ordinal. It is similar to ordinal level. But what's the difference part? But what is actually the difference? But the difference is between the data. The difference is the data. Okay, the difference is in the data. So difference between the interval scale data can be measured through the data that does not have a starting point. Okay, so what are the differences in the interval scale data that can actually be measured through that data that does not have a starting point. Okay, so this is about the interval scale data. Now moving towards the last topic for this data thing, and that is actually the fourth type of data which we actually have, and which is ratio scale. Now this ratio scale is totally different from all of the other things which we are actually having out here, right? So ratio scale. Okay. Now when we deal out with the data, I will just write that data that is measured, measured using the ratio scale takes care of the ratio problem, and gives you the and actually it gives you the most information. So I would just write that most information, right? So this is about the ratio scale, the data that is measured using the ratio scale that takes care of the ratio problem and gives you the more information. Okay, just N at the last. So basically the ratio scale data, it is like the interval scale data only, but in addition it has a 0 point and ratios can be calculated. Okay, but in the interval one, what we were having? So in the interval we are having that the interval scale is similar to ordinal level, but the differences of the data. So in that, the differences between the interval scale can be measured through the data that does not have a starting point. Okay, I will just put out a dot and measured which do not has a starting point, okay, let me just come down here. And I will just write a very small thing here because I just do not have space here. That is starting data. So basically it is the difference is that in this, basically in the interval scale data. The interval scale data, the differences between the interval scale data that can be measured through the data that does not have a starting point. Okay, but in the ratio scale, that data can be only difference of that it is totally similar to the interval scale, but in addition it has a 0 point and that ratios can be calculated. Okay, the 0 point means that the starting point. So these are the four types of data which we actually are having here, and these are the four levels of measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval and ratio. Right, so hope it has got all of the four in the detail that what are all of these fours actually. Right, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.